Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about this idea called 4-hour rules. So what do I mean by this? So a lot of us, we all need time to live, and every day we need time for everything: work, sleep, family, etc. But one thing we often don't know, a lot of us don't know, is how much time we need for ourselves every single day. It took me a long time to realize I need roughly 4 hours a day dedicated just for myself, not for my spouse, not for my partner, not for my family, not for not for your job, not for your clients, not for your kids, for yourself. So how does that mean? How does it work? Well, at least 2 hours in a day, if you figured out, this is when you have a pretty optimized life. If you don't have long transport going back and forth from work and things like this, you need at least 2 hours for your food, for your sleep, for your cleanup, wash up, toilets, getting changed, etc., etc. All of these requires at least 2 hours. And then if you really optimize another 2 hours, you can really spend for yourself, where you focus on, say, a little bit of workout, skincare, hair care, whatever you do. If you're a woman, you need more of these type of stuff. If you're guys, you might need a gym. For myself personally, I would use that 2 hours into doing things like workout, a little bit of journaling, meditation, things like this. I used to do it as part of like a whole bunch of other personal stuff, like that I do in the morning, like clean up, get ready, work out. So there were 4 things that were like a deal breaker for me. I would try and do every single day. Still to this day, when I do those things, I feel like I've had a better day, more productive day. And those are workout, cold shower, journaling, and meditation. These are the 4 things. They're like big deal breakers. So I do in the morning. I know my work goes better, my day goes better, things like this. Now, obviously, you don't need to do these things. You might have some other things, but 4-hour rules is very important. If you can have 4 hours for yourself, well, if you really take good account of it, you'd probably find you spend a lot more than 4 hours on your phone, social media, and things like this. We do also need a little bit of time for ourselves, entertainment, and things like this. But because we don't have any structure, we don't have any stop time, we just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, or we just use whatever it is, our device. Some of us use time on YouTube, some maybe on other social media, things like this. So see if you can cut out those hours and have set 2 hours in the morning, or somewhere in the morning in your day, or 4 hours in the afternoon or evening, things like this. The best way it worked out for me was 2 hours before work, 2 hours after work, and that worked really well. For you, I don't know. So keep that in mind. You do need 4 hours. That's beyond transport, work, 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, etc. And then the other 4 hours that you've got left over after this, 8 for sleep, 8 for work, 8 for yourself. And the other 4 hours is what you can then spend for your family, and if you have kids, parents, etc. So anyhow, hope you find this useful, and I'll see you on the other side. Take care.